this is Dr. Rosenberger from Appalachian Spring Dermatology. I'm trying to do this weird, like, talking in the mirror, looking at the camera thing. I'm not so great at that. But nonetheless, one of the things that I get commonly asked is, what do you use? So what products do I use every day? So first of all, I'm very simple. I don't use a lot of things, and I'm pretty choosy about what I use. So I'm just going to run through like, hey, this is what I do in the morning, and I go fast normally because I have little kids and I don't have a lot of time. So one of my favorite things is this Revlon. I'll have to show you on probably pictures because I'm not sure how it's going to show backwards in the mirror. Anyway, Revlon Colorstay Overtime lipstick. Now this is not fancy, so for all you people who think that I spend a lot of money at makeup counters, I do not. I spend a lot of money on our products and hair products. This lipstick, I've been using the same one probably for 10-15 years. What I like about it is I only use the color part. I don't use the clear part because it stays on really, really well. Like I actually just had to sort of scrub off what I had on from yesterday with my finger. So it stays on really well, and I actually put it on first because I find if there's any traces of moisturizer on my lips, it doesn't stick as well. So I always put this on first. And generally in the morning when I wake up, I'm quite puffy underneath my eyes. So I love this little silly thing from Garnier. They've named it different things over the years. Now it's called Clearly Brighter. It just has a lot of caffeine. It takes a lot of the puff out from underneath my eyes. Next is Zio Skin Health's Daily Power Defense. So I love this product. I've used it since it came out, and it is and so I just put a few little pumps on my finger, and then I usually apply it to all 4 quadrants of my face. So it is nice because it is a nice light moisturizer, and it has a number of antioxidants in it, some mild retinol, yet effective, and most importantly, DNA repair enzymes. So the DNA repair enzymes help actively repair damage that's happening to my skin throughout the day, independent of what I do. So if you watched our video of our Vizia skin analysis, I had a lot of sun damage when I was younger, so I'm always trying to actively protect and correct that. So next comes Rositol, also from Zio Skin Health, and this is to help with my rosacea. It both has some fruit acids in it that help gently exfoliate the skin, as well as active anti-redness ingredients in it, and also help modulate the blood vessels so that it cuts down on the redness. It does not do an anti-redness effect the same extent or the same way that other products like Mirvaso or Rofade may, but those products actually left me feeling and looking so pasty that patients and family would say, "Are you okay?" Because it really took almost too much of the rosiness out of my complexion. So I feel like the Rositol gives redness control without totally removing all redness from my face. A little bit of pink's good for me. Next is new. This is the newest addition to what I use. It's Colorstay's Total Eye. This both gives a little bit of camouflage as well as correction. So it actually, I always like to point out to patients when I'm showing it to them that it looks quite orangey when you get it out. Even when you put it on, at first it looks quite orangey. They have this very nice metal thing that you're supposed to use. Rebecca can probably show you the nice way you're supposed to use this. I'm not so good about this. As you can see, I'm pretty fast and dirty by using my fingers. I'm not always the fanciest about, but you're supposed to gently pat this in. Isn't that correct, Rebecca?
Yeah, you're just supposed to pat it in. If you're using the applicator, the tip is metal, so it stays cold, so it helps with that morning inflammation to help tone that down. But you're supposed to use it just like you would your finger, just tap, 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 keep blending, and it'll eventually will blend in and helps with covering up your dark circles.
Yes. And then other newer favorite is Color Science Tint du Soleil. I'm not sure I'm saying that correct. So this is my newest favorite sunscreen. Again, I actually used 3 sort of little pumps on a lot of things when I put them on. And then I usually put them on my finger enough to, in dermatology they call this a fingertip unit. So a lot of times to cover the face you need to have a little line the length of the joint of this last joint of your finger. So we call that a fingertip unit. So, and then usually I divide it out. Most things when I put things on, you can see it much more obviously as I'm doing this. I divide things out into 4. So I don't end up with a whole bunch in one area and none in another. And then I usually blend. And again, usually a lot of times in dermatology, even when I talk to people about washing their face, I often tell them to use these 2 fingers because you can't be as rough with your middle finger and particularly your ring finger as you can with your index finger. So a lot of times when people are complaining about having a lot of peeling from their retin-A, I will tell them to, in the shower, take these 2 fingers and massage their face in a circular motion. That takes off a lot of old dead skin without getting too rough. So the biggest thing with sunscreen is trying to blend that, and I feel like blend that lip line. If you're fancier and you like to do a lot more than I do, you could come back and put a lip liner on, you could reapply some lipstick or lip gloss, but I rarely have enough time for all of that. And I'm a little peely today because I've been using my retin-A a lot lately, so if it looks like I'm peely, I am. Okay, next, oh actually I have a little bit left on my finger. Let's not let that go to waste. It's this, if you look at my Vizio pictures, throughout my lifetime has not been as good at getting the sunscreen all the way up to my hairline. So if I have a little bit left, I usually try to put there and or blend down here onto my neck. If it's for work, I usually don't blend my sunscreen down onto my neck so much, just because I wear the white coat and I don't want to get the sunscreen on it. But other times, a lot of times I'll put a lot on mine. So my favorite mascara is Blink, and I am not the best mascara applier either, but the reason I like Blink is it's one of the first beauty tube mascaras. So it puts a tube on, so if you swim like I do or you cry easily like I do, it does not run or smudge. It will not come off until with hot water in the shower you just rub it gently, and actually all of it just comes off, and it looks like your eyelashes all just fell out, but they didn't. It is actually just the mascara coming off. Now, if I'm really having a fancy day, I actually also use Blink's liquid eyeliner. Now, I have learned very fancy techniques of putting on eyeliner from my makeup artist friend, Jeff McCarty. So he would probably be a little aghast at my technique here. But one of the things he taught me is this technique where, in essence, you put your eyeliner real close. The goal is to get it so close to your eyelashes that it doesn't look like it's there. So I do that sometimes. And I usually do put it on my lower, although I know that a lot of makeup artists don't recommend doing that. And then Blink also makes, I like this a lot, this is like a brow mascara, and the reason I like this is because, as you may see in my hair, my brows, some of them are also turning a little gray and white. And so very unfancily I go over that, and then I just wash this brush before I came up here so it's wet. And then I usually go over it with a little brush, which I'm doing a terrible job on because it's wet. And then I usually smooth it with my fingers. Sometimes I have to do a little bit, but then that way that sort of again puts a little coating around the brow, so that Rebecca's telling me to look up there, puts a little coating around the brow, so it's not like it's penciled on my skin, it's actually coloring the actual eyebrow hairs. So that is my very unfancy morning routine. So a lot of times people ask me what I use and what I have on, and now you know. I'll take pictures of these things. And that's it. So thank you all for watching my silly video about what I use every day. Thank you. Have a great day.
Call for an appointment today and learn more by going to our website at wvderm.com.